Techno update, subscribe now.
GIONNE M7 Power's big 6-inch display has an 18:9 aspect ratio and HD plus resolution of 720 by 1440 pixels. GIONNE has used an IPS panel, and so the phone reproduces colors well and has good viewing angles. The tall screen has thin borders on the sides, but the top and bottom are relatively thicker. GIONNE has used the bottom for its branding, placing the fingerprint scanner at the back and using on-screen navigation buttons. The fingerprint scanner is quick to unlock the device, but we found its positioning, and that of the volume buttons on the right, a bit too high, which means you may find yourself stretching your fingers. GIONNE has rounded off the corners, while the edges have been chamfered to make this phone easier to grip. Its flat metal back hides a 5000 mAh battery, while the plastic caps at the top and the bottom eliminate the need for antenna lines. Thanks to its big battery, the GIONNE M7 Power weighs 199 grams, and it will definitely make its presence felt in your hand. The band that runs around the sides is made of plastic, but the power and volume buttons have a metallic feel to them. You get a single speaker positioned alongside the 3.5mm headphone jack and micro USB port at the bottom. GIONNE has also added an infrared emitter on the top, which can be used to control compatible appliances. The GIONNE M7 uses a Snapdragon 435 SoC, which has 8 Cortex-A53 cores and is known to be efficient. Phones such as the Xiaomi Redmi 4 Review and the LG Q6 Review are powered by the same processor. You also get 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage, which is expandable by to 256GB using the hybrid dual SIM slot. The phone has 2 nano SIM slots, one of which can hold a microSD card as well. There is support for 4G and VoLTE on both SIMs, but only one at a time. You get Wi-Fi 802.11b/g/n, Bluetooth 4.1, and USB OTG. GIONNE ships its own Amigo 5.0 UI on top of Android Nougat. The UI has been tweaked since we reviewed the GIONNE A1 Plus, and the quick settings are now accessible by swiping down from the notification area instead of the iOS-like command center. You don't get an app drawer, and all icons are available right on the home screen. The Settings app is customized to some extent, which might take some time getting used to. All custom features on the M7 Power are grouped separately, allowing you to explore them in one go. Just like older GIONNE phones, gesture control is built in, allowing you to double tap to wake the phone or draw alphabets when the screen is off to launch apps. There is an app clone option as well, which lets you run 2 instances of the same app. You can also put the big battery of the M7 Power to use by enabling reverse charging and plug other devices in like you would with a power bank. GIONNE M7 Power performance, battery life, and cameras. We found the hardware on the M7 Power to be good and did not face any lag or stuttering during the duration of our testing. The processor manages to run apps and games well enough. Having 4GB of RAM is a good advantage, and the M7 Power makes the most of it by holding apps in memory when not actively used. Pre-launch times are quite good as a result. The processor isn't exactly entry-level, but it does come in below the options more commonly seen at this price level. We ran Antutu and managed to score 45,682 points, while Geekbench 4's single-core and multi-core tests gave us 679 and 2,590 respectively. During our use, the big battery on the phone went on for a whole day with medium to heavy use, with still around 50% left at the end. In our HD video loop test, the M7 Power managed to go on for close to 17 hours. GIONNE has equipped the M7 Power with a 13-megapixel rear camera and a single LED flash and an 8-megapixel selfie camera. The camera app is basic and has different shooting modes to choose from. Apart from the usual photo, video and panorama modes, there is face beauty, group selfie and a card scanner mode. You also have different settings and a professional mode which let you individually control different parameters of the camera. The auto scene detection option switches to night mode and toggles HDR automatically based on lighting conditions. GIONNE has also added a 2x zoom control in the camera app, which is done digitally. Photos taken in daylight are sharp and have a good amount of detail, but you can see grain on zooming in. Auto HDR does help in getting better output if you are patient, but we did notice that the phone struggled with metering. Low light photos are average. The phone manages to keep noise levels low but at the cost of detail.